Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching TVC News. Well, let's turn our attention to other matters now, where a new initiative tagged Powering Lagos is lightening up small businesses across the state with sustainable energy solutions. Now, the project, a collaboration between the Youth Sustainable Development Network and Next Gen Global Frontier, is focused on educating small and medium-sized entrepreneurs in Lagos on the benefits of reliable solar energy. Organizers say the goal is to drive conversations around the growing energy crisis facing Nigeria's SMEs and to demonstrate how solar energy can serve as a sustainable and cost-effective solution. Well, joining me now for more discussions on this is the founder and global coordinator of Next Gen Global Frontiers, Damilola Oguntade. Good to have you on the news at this time. So first off, now, we understand power supply is a major challenge affecting SMEs in Nigeria. And also let's look at Lagos. And also this also drives up costs of production and, of course, affects their profit margins. Now, give us rather insights on the values of alternative energy like solar and how this will help SMEs.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for having me. So speaking about our Powering Lagos SMEs project from a Next Gen Global Frontier perspective, we understand that energy is a very big issue for businesses. We also understand that from an ease of doing business perspective, if businesses are able to cut down the cost of their purchase of energy, such as buying gas or petrol, it will really enhance their ease of doing business. So solar energy actually provides a very good alternative for businesses to thrive, right? Instead of them expending costs on fuel prices that are very unstable, solar energy is a very good solution. There's a lot of questions around how reliable it is. And what we're doing on this project is actually to engage with the SMEs at the grassroots level to actually understand the benefit of solar energy, to also demonstrate to them how, it is also environmentally friendly, and how it not only drives down the cost of their doing business, it helps them also become ESG aligned, which is one of the critical requirements that global funders are looking at when they're looking at MSMEs and how, they are aligned with environmental, social, and governance principles in terms of their business operations, especially for those of them that are in the productive use of energy. So what we've done in partnership with the Youth Sustainable Development Network and Kiru Energy is that we're working closely with an association called the Association of Small Business Owners of Nigeria to aggregate over 400 SMEs to educate them about the need to switch from fossil fuel generators to solar energy. And what this does for them, we've chosen Idumota Market and Ikeja Computer Village Market as our demonstration centers. And what we've done is that we've installed solar in one of the kiosks that we've rented in that place and demonstrating to our SMEs on how they can actually use solar to power their businesses. It's very cost friendly. What you need to do is to just pay for the upfront cost. And, given the fact that we have abundance of sunlight in Nigeria, it's very useful to be able to rely on such alternative source of energy. Right. And, it aligns with a long-term goal of renewable energy transition.
Yeah, I want you to actually come on the upfront cost, which you also highlighted that, because that is actually the question. Many of these SMEs find it a little bit difficult to invest, because there's a lot of investment involved when it comes to using solar energy. But talk to us about how you can bridge this gap, because if the money is a lot for SMEs to, get this solar energy, how then can they have it more accessible and, of course, in an affordable way?
Yes, that's a very good question, and we get this question a lot, right? And so let me mention, just drag back a little bit by saying that in our partnership with Youth Sustainable Development Network and Kiru Energy, and this project also sponsored by Carbon Trust in the UK, what we've tried to do is not only to pitch about using solar energy to our SMEs, but actually to speak to them that this transition would not leave them behind. They can actually begin to do a mixed source of energy use, whereby they use solar and they also use generators where possible. So in terms of the upfront cost, what we're trying to do is to come together with microfinance banks that can actually, draw down and structure affordable finance loans scheme for our MSMEs to actually be able to afford this upfront cost. And then over time, it saves them the total cost that they will actually spend on using generators. And there was actually research done by the UN agency, Sustainable Energy for All, SC for All, on the cost, right, that MSMEs spend on purchasing fossil fuel. That report, we can refer to it online, it runs into billions of naira on a yearly basis. So if you think about that, against the upfront cost that our MSMEs will spend in purchasing solar, I think on the long run, it saves them the stress, it saves them costs. It also impacts the environment in a very good way and helps them also become, ESG friendly and compliant.
Yeah, point taken there. But, beyond all of this, can we also look at, exploring other alternatives now to ensure that everyone in the SME circle, can, let's say, enjoy from the benefits of solar farms or solar systems, rather? What I'm trying to say here is, are we looking at, solar farms where the Lagos state government or perhaps, entities or partnerships, for instance, where we can have solar farms in some certain areas where SMEs can have access to this kind of energy without having to pay so much exorbitantly to access this kind of energy supply?
Fantastic. That's a very good idea. So what we'd love to do beyond this phase of the project is actually to engage with critical stakeholders. As I've mentioned, we're working very closely with the Association of Small Business Owners of Nigeria. They are very critical stakeholders. We don't want to do this from our own perspective alone, so that it doesn't look like it's a drive for sales, right? This is not about sales. This is about aligning, the need for businesses to make profit and also make impact. So what we intend to do at the next stage of this project is to actually engage with a number of government agencies. We're working very closely with the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council, PEBEC. We also look at working with key ministries across Lagos State to help see how this can actually be done at scale for businesses.
Right.
The idea of mentioned about solar farm will.
All right, and that's where we can end this. We'll have to end this conversation because of time. Thank you so much, Damilola Oguntade, founder, Next Gen Global Frontier. We appreciate your insights on the news at this time. And now to other stories. The MPA Customs Quay Staff Apapa Multipurpose Cooperative Society has appealed to governments at all levels to provide financial support and funding to strengthen cooperative societies nationwide. Speaking at the Society's 61st Annual General Meeting, the President said such backing will help cooperatives grow, empower workers, and boost economic development. And he noted that the meeting also focused on reviewing stewardship and addressing members' needs, highlighting that cooperatives play a key role by allowing members to access low-interest loans. Leaders further advised the members to use loans responsibly to achieve meaningful financial progress. Now, some beneficiaries of the Dear Teachers campaign and the Prada Uzodimma Imo scholarship grants for law students say the initiatives have rekindled hope of achieving their dreams in life. The programs are designed to enhance teacher welfare, especially for outstanding educators, while also promoting youth development, digital literacy, and educational empowerment across the state. Endorsed by the State Ministry of Education, the initiatives focus on human capacity development and educational transformation aimed at building a stronger foundation for the future of education in Imo State.
Today is a reward for hard work of the past, and I thank God for that. I also thank God for Dr. Prada Uzodimma for remembering us teachers.
I'm so grateful that at least
After that yesterday performance in our school, even the whole community witnessed it. They say, wow, so this government is remembering the teachers and the students, so they are so interested to see that education is moving to another higher level. So everybody was so happy.
Brother Uzodima Imo Indigenous Scholarship Grant had not only offered me payment of my school fees, it also offered me internship, it also offered me mentors that normally I would not just get anyhow like that.
Remembering that I will pay my school fees each year is usually bothersome. But however, upon receiving this scholarship, the reverse has been the case. This scholarship has been stress-free, not only the fact that it pays our school fees, it also adds recognition and also, just as she said, internship opportunities and also mentorship.